Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and today is Friday, August the 23rd of 2024, and that's what we're talking about today. Football season's 1 week away, and I've got some information about the Big 12, and that's coming up right after this. Hi everyone, welcome back to Just Justin. I am Justin, and yes, I have a video. I'm going to do a video today about the Big 12, okay, and the preseason rankings of the Big 12, and we're going to see where all the teams fall, and even BYU, where BYU will fall this year in the preseason rankings. But before we get to that, Colorado had made arrangements to come from the Pac-12 over to the Big 12 this year, and that's, after the Texas and Oklahoma left for the Southern Eastern Conference, the SEC. So good luck to those two teams. And so Colorado's coming over. So we had plenty of teams with the 4 teams they had last year, but Colorado wanted to come back to the Big 12 because the Pac-12 conference kind of dissolved with UCLA, USC, Oregon, and Washington going to the Big 10, and it kind of left the league up in air, the Pac-12 up in the air, because Colorado was going to the Big 12, and they decided, okay, so let's bring over some more teams from the Pac-12. So the Pac-12 consisted of, the remaining members consisted of Oregon State, Washington State, Stanford, Arizona, Arizona State, and Utah, and Colorado. So Colorado came over to the Big 12, and so did Arizona, Arizona State, and Utah. So we added 4 new teams to the Big 12 this year. And the Pac-12, well, all that's left is Washington State and Oregon State, because I do believe Stanford went to the ACC. Not 100% sure, but I think that's where they went. So yeah, the Big 12 gained 4 new members, but Pac-12, there's no more Pac-12, man. There's 2 teams left. I'm not sure if they're going to bring some Mountain West teams, some WAC teams. I don't know. But, yeah, the Pac-12 is no longer a Power 5 conference, in my opinion. But that's nonetheless. So, yes, Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado are all in the Big 12 this year. So welcome to the Big 12. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the preseason rankings. All right, so number 1 of the preseason rankings for the Big 12, of course, is Utah. Okay? Yeah, Utah is a good school, but we'll see how well they fare in Big 12 play. All right, so the second team to be ranked is Kansas State. All right, so yeah, Kansas is a pretty good team. Number 3 is Oklahoma State. Yes, Noah, Oklahoma State was the conference champions last year. They beat Texas. That was a great game too. So they started out the year at number 3. I don't know, but we'll have to see how the season goes. Number 4 is Kansas. So yeah, Kansas, I've heard back and forth of how Kansas or Utah will be the number 1 team. I don't know. But they're ranked at number 4 coming into the Big 12. All right, and then Arizona, another newcomer, is number 5. Okay? So, yeah, the Arizona Wildcats, they are playing good. They are a good football team, so we'll have to see how well they play with the Big 12. Iowa State comes in at number 6. And Iowa State, I have a lot of respect for Iowa State. They play good football. All right, so after Iowa State, in at number 7 is West Virginia. Yeah, West Virginia. I mean, that is a good ranking right there for the West Virginia. Okay? And then number 9 is Texas Tech. Now, I thought Texas Tech would go a little bit higher in this preseason poll, but that's not what they recommend. All right, and then TCU is number 10. So yeah, so we got Texas Christian University, TCU, Utah, BYU. They're back in the same conference. So that should be a good conference. All right, and then number 11 is the Colorado Buffaloes. So yeah, with the Deion Sanders and stuff like that, is it prime time for Colorado to raise up in the standings? I don't know, but we'll find out. So at number 12, we have Baylor. Yes, the Baylor Bears. They have been a good football team. Last year was kind of a struggle, in my opinion. They played a good Utah team, but we'll have to see how this year goes for them. So number 13 is good old BYU. All right. So yeah, BYU has struggled lately in the conference. They were independent for a long time. But now this year, I think they've got a good grasp on a conference again, and they will show you what they might have. Okay? And then number 14 in Cincinnati, the Bearcats. Yeah, they come in number 14. And then number 15 is Houston. And yeah, the Houston Cougars, they are a good team. I'm not sure why they're ranked so low, but we'll have to see if they were correct or not. And then number 16 is Arizona State, a newcomer. So yeah, Arizona State, they're in the middle of rebuilding, I think, because they have been a good team in the past, but I'm not sure exactly what's happening right now. But yes, that is the top 1 through 16 of the Big 12. All right, so let me look at this. We have BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and Arizona State. Those are the newcomers to the league the last 2 years. All right, yeah, so that's what they have done. They have Utah at the top, but is that justified? All right, so yeah, when Utah, and it was announced that it was coming to the Big 12, I mean, there was stuff blowing up on the internet and stuff like that. And I saw this meme right here. The commissioner was just waiting by the phone for Utah to call them and tell him that Utah's coming in and saving the conference. But yeah, there's been a lot of smack talk and in the Big 12 groups that I've been part of on Facebook. A lot of talk about Utah and how they're going to come out and reign supreme. But that's where they're ranked in the preseason as number 1. Okay, so they are ranked to go number 1, play in the Dr. Pepper Championship of the Big 12 there in Dallas, Texas at the Cowboy Stadium. So yeah, there you have it. That is the rankings of the Big 12. And so will Utah keep the number 1 spot, play for the Big 12 Championship there in the Dallas Cowboy Stadium on December the 6th, I do believe it is? Will they? Or will one of the other schools rise up and knock him out of the top spot? That is the good thing about football, is you never know exactly what will happen. So you have TCU, BYU, and Utah. They're all back in the same conference. So yeah, those 3 teams were the top teams in the conference when they were in the same conference. So it should be a good year to see exactly how these 4 new teams play out here in the Big 12. I know that Arizona State, they have every potential to go up the ladder, just like Utah has every potential to fall down the rankings. But we'll have to see after they start playing the Big 12 games come September the 21st. So, yes, that is my video about the Big 12 preseason rankings. Now, we can look at it this way, okay? This is just my opinion, okay? Is that Utah is kind of like the Dallas Cowboys, okay? The Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. They're always ranked up high, but yet they never seem to make much of themselves during the year. Okay, yeah, I don't mind Utah. Okay, they're not my favorite team, and I'll root for them sometimes. Sometimes I won't. Depends on who they're playing. But yeah, so we've always been, BYU and Utah's always been rivalries ever since I was going to the BYU football games in the 80s. All right, so yes, and I've played both their stadiums, and so I think LaVell Edwards is a little bit better than the University of Utah's, but that's just my opinion. All right, yeah, so yes, that is the Big 12 rankings, and come September 21st, we'll find out exactly how good these rankings are going to stick. All right, guys, so I would encourage you to go ahead and comment down below what you think is going to happen this year in the Big 12. I would really appreciate it. All right, and if you could, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Push it out to more people. Say, hey, you might like this video. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I have got football updates coming up for BYU, Big 12, and I've got stuff for my carnivore diet that I'm currently on, where you can eat if you're traveling or out and about, and just some other random videos here on the Just Justin channel. I'll be continuing my cooking with Justin as well, and I'll be focusing on the carnivore diet. So yeah, I would appreciate you guys if you guys would stick around. And until the next one, I hope you guys have a good week. And remember, college football starts next week, at least the 31st for BYU. It's going to be a good season, I think so. All right, guys, until the next one, I will see you later. Bye.